Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to the Powermine Evolution 2.0. Adrian, desliga o microfone, por favor. Sorry, guys, there is some interference here. Okay, as I was saying, welcome to the Powermine Evolution 2.0 webinar on Wednesdays to the business presentation. So let's talk about all of this. So Powermine Evolution 2.0, the power of DeFi in your hands. I hope that everyone can see my screen. Okay, so the world for that we were prepared for no longer exists. The society in the midst of a pandemic is facing one of the greatest job losses in history, as well as one of the most important redistributions of wealth even seen due the so-called fourth industrial revolution. Yes, that is a sad fact that many people, cause of the pandemic, is losing their jobs. People are losing a way to earn money, and so besides that, there's a lot of countries like my own that we have to stay home and we cannot work. So the best way is to work from home. So online is becoming a trend, and online not only a trend is a need. So because the world that we were prepared no longer exists, everything is different now. So the blockchain, the cryptocurrencies, and the DeFi finances. It's not just the future anymore, it is the present. And we're going to present you 3 points that shows you this clearly. First, the blockchain technology and its application aim to revolutionize 55 industries. So the blockchain technology, it's changing the world, and not only the world as we know, but everything related. The finances are becoming blockchainized. The many jobs and many industries, including banks, are using the blockchain technology. So the blockchain technology has come to stay, and even more needed in these days that most of us are in lockdown. Point number two: the DeFi drove the Ethereum blockchain through to touch $120 billion in volume during the last months of 2020. Yes, there was a trend that starts to boom by the middle of the last year with the DeFi market. So the DeFi markets, it's a new market that is with decentralized finance. There is based on the blockchain, and amazingly, for the last months of 2020, last year, it it moved $120 billion. So if the crypto market, the cryptocurrencies market was so big, now with DeFi, it's even bigger. And everyone heard about the last news with the Bitcoin, for example, that Tesla, Elon Musk from Tesla just brought 2 days ago 1.5 billion Bitcoin, and is changing everything to the blockchain technology and is now using cryptocurrencies in his company. So the good news is you can buy a Tesla now with Bitcoin. All right. So there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement with the cryptocurrencies. The crypto world is getting bigger every day. And if there was a needed before, now with the pandemic, everything is changing for the better. All right. Point number three: the market capitalization of the cryptocurrencies exceeded $1 trillion at the beginning of 2021. So, as you can see, it's a huge market already, and we make part of it. And if you are not yet, you should join us, because this is no longer the future, this is the present. Now, what is the blockchain? It's like a giant ledger in which records, the blocks, are linked and encrypted to protect the security and privacy of transactions. One of the beauties of the blockchain is there are some points. There is, first of all, nobody owns this. Nobody owns this technology. It was a gift to the world. So it's not a centralized system. It's absolutely decentralized. Everything we know in this world is centralized. Uh, Everything just always converge into a central point. For example, banking. My bank reports to the national bank of my country. My national bank reports to the European banking. The European bank reports to the World Bank. So the central point of banking is the world banking. So everything goes into a central. And with the blockchain, it's absolutely decentralized. All right. So nobody rules this from a central point. A second point is that everything is fast, cheaper, for example, to move um, value between members or between users. It's a peer-to-peer platform, and besides that, it's absolutely safe and transparent. Okay, so this is very, very safe. That's why the blockchain technology is taking over so many industries and systems and governments and everything around the world. So the blockchain technology, once again, it's not the future, it is the present right now. So now, what are the cryptocurrencies? It is a digital currency not issued or controlled by a bank or belonging to any particular country, which can be used worldwide, and with it you can acquire products and services through electronic transactions. Yes, the cryptocurrencies are digital representations of value. They are not, in fact, printed money, but they represent value. So the cryptocurrencies are right now, for example, Bitcoin. You can do a lot of things with Bitcoin, like doing payments. That's an utility to a coin, so you can use to make payments, or you can use to buy them, stock them, and get valuation with it. So right now, for example, Bitcoin, it's over 40K, one single coin, and it started, and I can tell you about 5 years ago was maybe $20 or $25. So now it's 43,000 over. Okay, so the cryptocurrencies are in fact something very, very easy to use, because everything is electronic, it's digital, nothing is physical, and as long as you have a computer or a phone, a smartphone, you can exchange this very, very easy. All right, let's keep going. Now, what are tokens? They are the digital representation of a utility or value. Tokens themselves are worthless and need a support and an ecosystem to regulate their transactions. So tokens are a digital representation, cryptographic representation of something that is an utility or a value. All right. And so tokens and coins are different. In which way? They are just developed in different ways, because at the end they are all cryptocurrencies. Coins like Bitcoin or Ethereum are coins because they are developed and they are mined, they are created inside themselves. Ecosystem like Bitcoin is created inside the Bitcoin blockchain. Ethereum, on the Ethereum blockchain. Tokens are, they are different from coins because they are not based on a particular a self-made blockchain code, but they use another blockchain to develop a different. So that's why if someone uses the Ethereum blockchain, for example, to create a cryptocurrency, that will be not a coin, but a token. All right. And so tokens, they have particular properties that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, what are DeFi? Decentralized finance is the evolution of the well-known fintech that were born in the 20th century. Its objective is to offer a whole series of financial services built on the decentralized infrastructure, the blockchain. Okay, if you understand what is finance, the world of finance, everything, as I told you before, converged into a central point. There are regulators, there are institutions, there is a pyramid um, of steps that where that everything moves and goes into a central point. Now, the DeFi, it's where the normal financial world found a way to fit into the cryptocurrencies with the security that they already have, but using the technology of the blockchain. So right now, that's why it's moving, as I told you before, over 120 billion just in the last month of 2020, last year, just a few months ago. Now, why is this? Because really, the financial world, the companies, the big investors, they realize that it's more faster, safer, and cheaper to trade value inside the blockchain than in the normal financial world. So that's why DeFi represents so much in this market. So one thing is the cryptocurrencies market, another thing is the DeFi market. So it's they are both working with cryptocurrencies, all right. But one market, that is the cryptocurrencies, the secondary market, works for transactions of coins, all right, or payments, but DeFi represents value. And one of the things that uh, many people call it, this DeFi market, they call it the liquidity market, all right? The other one is just utility, but this one, DeFi market, normally it goes to liquidity. So it's very easy to make liquidity in this DeFi market. And that's why it's so appealing to so many investors out there. And that was just the beginning. This 120 billion by the end of the year was just the beginning. Um, Stay tuned, because by the end of this year, you will hear the volume of DeFi market. It's going to be huge, that's for sure. Okay, so why is this so revolutionary? You could say that DeFi is to finance what the internet is to information, meaning that the internet for information, what is it? It's fast, it's local, it's spreading out all over the world easily. So the internet can can give information from here where I am in Portugal to China in just a click, right? So internet changed the way we get informed. All right. So before we have to read the newspaper or watch the TV at a certain time with the news, or to have a call, to get a phone call for somebody else telling us some information. Today, no. The internet gives us information right like this. So DeFi to finance, it's the same thing. Everything is much fast. Everything is much wider. Everything is different. It's much closer to people. People can have easy access to this financial market that in the normal financial market, it's not so easy to access. For example, if you want to invest in the normal stock exchange world, you must be a qualified investor. You have to go through a system with the banking. You have to be bank qualified. It's a mess. With the cryptocurrencies and with the blockchain technology and all the DeFi market, it's just like that. You just need a computer or a smartphone and you can buy assets just like that in this market. That's why it's so important. So DeFi to finance is the same as internet for information. The existing methods of arbitration and justice are excessively slow, expensive, and unreliable for today's hyper-connected world. Yes, this market, the finance market, needs hyperconnection, needs to be fast, needs to be cheaper, needs to be everything much easier. So that's why this is revolutionary. The market, the DeFi market is coming to revolutionize the financial world. Now, talking about all of this, it was just an introduction to introduce you to the product we have for you. And that product is WBHF. So the Rapid BHF, it's a private token during pre-sale period and a public token on the DeFi at the time of emission. These tokens allows you to access the guarantees of the BHM project with a multitude of utilities in Powermine. Explaining it. So BHF means Blue Hill Foundation token, and it was a token developed by the Blue Hill Mining project that has certain qualities and properties that I will talk to you later. And meanwhile, our company, Powermine Evolution, GWE, we developed a token that is a BHF Rapid. Rapid means involved. Just for those who don't know, for those who know about cryptocurrencies, do you know that to use Bitcoin, you have to be in the Bitcoin um, blockchain, right? Well, a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, someone thought, why can't I use Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain? So it was not possible. So the developers they came up with an idea that it was to have Bitcoin inside the Ethereum blockchain. And that way, that model was called Rapid. So today it is possible to trade, to buy and sell Bitcoin, the normal one that everybody knows, inside the Ethereum blockchain. But that Bitcoin, it's called Rapid Bitcoin. So it is Bitcoin, but is rapid to be on the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, so it has exactly the same value as the normal Bitcoin. Everything is the same. But for example, there are persons who like Mercedes and there are persons who like BMWs. All right. So there were persons who loved Bitcoin, but they didn't like the network of the Bitcoin. All right. So they prefer to use Bitcoin inside a different network that was Ethereum. And so that's why they created um, the rapid Bitcoin. So that was the burning of a new concept. Our token has another token behind that is the BHF with all the properties and guarantees that we're going to talk about, but it's a rapid and is rapid to go not because already is on the Ethereum blockchain, but to go on the DeFi market. What can you do with this token? Well, you can do six things. First, possibility of acquisition of BHF one-to-one. So with these tokens, Rapid BHF, if you want to exchange for the normal BHF, you can trade them, you can swap them one-to-one. Second point, possibility of TX acquisition. TX means token samples. That is another product from our company, from Powermine. And you can use this Rapid BHF to buy TS product. Third point, value exchange between users. You can exchange Rapid BHF tokens in between users from Powermine Evolution. For example, if you need some Rapid and you are my friend and you need them, please, my friend, send me some BHF because I need to do something and I'll give you back tomorrow. Okay, I can transfer without any cost between users inside the back office. The fourth point, conversion to BTC. Yes, these tokens, Rapid BHF, you can exchange them automatically to Bitcoin and from Bitcoin to your cryptocurrency, for your fiat currency, sorry. So these are converted automatically to Bitcoin at your desire. If you have accumulated WBHF in your back office and you need liquidity, immediate liquidity, you can withdraw them. By withdrawing them, you are exchanging them by BTC, by Bitcoin, and then you can move them to your beta account, to whatever you wanted. All right. Point number 5, staking. Yes, you can do staking with these tokens and have um, profits. We're going to talk about that also. And the guarantee that it goes on the DeFi market after the private sale. Okay, so that this is the things you can do with the Rapid Wbhf. Now let's talk about the company that supports that same token, Wbhf. So Wbhf project, a consolidated support. Wbhf, Blue Hill Foundation token, is the core of the Rapid Wbhf and the key to the BH platform. Okay, let me go this on detail. Well, this token, Wbhf, is a token developed by a company that is Blue Hill Mining Project. That is a huge company that it has registration in Switzerland and also in Germany, and they are in the mining sector, all right? But in Germany, the mining sector is unfortunately is having a hard time. So there is no mines right now in Germany. So these guys, they needed a new place to work because their expertise are all related to mining. So they look for a new place to work, and they found a very far away country between China and Russia, that is Mongolia. So 10 years ago, they start a geological studies over there, and they checked that they wanted to work in Mongolia. So for that, they started to acquire mining licenses over there. And right now, let's go to the first point. Up to 6 mining licenses in Mongolia with a current estimated value, according to the studies, of between 140 and $200 million. Okay, this is not something because I say, or because Blue Hill Mining says. This estimated value, it's based on samples, on drillings, on scanning technology that we have it also, and show it these reports to auditors, and also to the government of Mongolia, to the experts of Mongolia, that they confirm the valuation of this mine is 140 between 140 and $280 million. All right. Second point: know-how and innovative technology available exclusively for the development of the activity of acquisition and sale of mines to its dynamic portfolio. So Blue Hill Mining has a dynamic portfolio. Why? Because because the know-how of the team behind it. It's not only about drillings. It's not only about mining. It's also about the trading of this, the materials, the minings themselves. So they have an exclusive technology for the country of Mongolia, that is a satellite technology. So the satellite gives a sonda, let's call it that way, um, that shows clearly what kind of materials are in the specific space. So we are using this technology to buy mines with a huge um, doesn't come out the word, uh, expectation on value. And so by that reason, we buy them, and then we check the valuation, we check with drillings, we drill exactly where the scanning show us to drill, and we certify that everything is correct, that the value is there, being gold, copper, tungsten, cobalt, whatever. And then we certify this by subjecting these reports to auditors and to authorities. And from there, we are able to sell these same mines on the stock exchange of Toronto. So to give you an example, that's why it's dynamic portfolio. Sometimes we buy two and sell one. Sometimes we buy three and sell two. Sometimes we buy one and sell one. So that's why it's dynamic. Right now we have 6 licenses. Tomorrow we may have 8. and on next month we may have 5. Okay, that's why it's dynamic, because we prepare everything and then we go and sell and we trade this. All right, so that's the dynamic portfolio, and it's from there that will come um, the first income of the company for the project. Okay, and also to the valuation of the token. Third number point, um, third point, sorry, burning program strategy to increase the co-ownership while growing the value of the project. We're going to explain to you that in detail. So the token has a value because there's a value because there's something inside the token that the token represents, and once that will increase, the token value will increase also. All right. So, but we're going to explain that in detail. Point number 4, manifest commitment to buyback plan at $30. We already know in advance, for example, someone who buys Bitcoin today at $43,000 over, you don't know how much it will worth it tomorrow, in 1 year, or in 2 years. Of course, as a Bitcoin believer, I do believe that it's going to be rocket, going to be up there in the sky, but for sure we don't know. All right, with this token, with this particular token from Blue Hill Mining, they are telling us in advance that this token is going to reach $30. All right, with the execution, with the burning program and buyback plan, that it is already predicted how much we're going to um, we're going to sell our tokens. It's going to be $30. That's the maximum amount, but we know it's going to be that. Now, why we have this certainty? So, as I told you before, we have Mongolia, then we have 6 mining licenses right now, and only one of them gives this valuation of 140 to 280 million dollars. And why is one? Because we were at this point we were supposed to have drillings in all of them to check the value of the mines. But the problem is the pandemic and the COVID and restrictions and everything else slowed down this process. So we have it only one of those 6. We have the full report of valuation, and only one of those is giving us 140 minimum. Besides that, Blue Hill Mining wants to project um, a low valuation, the lowest valuation that they can give, so they are not accused of speculation and everything else. So the minimum that was reported by the authorities and by the auditors was 140. So what did this company did? So they issued 700 million shares of Blue Hill Mining. So, and then they developed 140 million tokens. So, as you can see, $150 million is the estimated value of the token, because, sorry, 140 million is the estimated value minimum of the mine. And so we issued 140 million tokens. That means that each token is worth it $1. But it's not directly. So how it works? Each share, there are 700 million shares, are divided into 140 million tokens, which means that each token has 5 shares of Blue Hill Mining, and each share is 20 cents. So if we have 5 shares in it inside the token, that means that 20 multiplied by 5, $1, it's the value of the token. How can we increase the token value? The Wbhf token, how will it increase? It will increase with the burning program. That means each time the company rebuys tokens back, what happens is those tokens, they don't get back to the market, they are burned. Once the tokens are burned, but the shares are not burned, the shares affected to those burned tokens, they are distributed among the remaining tokens, and that will increase the number of shares per token. And that's how the token valuation is going to increase, independently of the secondary market. The good news today is a landmark day because we listed the token BHF. It's already listed in the market. Today was the first day the token is listed. All right, and it was listed at $1. Okay, so now, for example, I can tell you that it was listed at 12 UCT time, and the few minutes ago was 95 cents. So it's below $1 today. Why? Because many people are giving selling orders, and the algorithm of the exchange gives the valuation of the token by the number of tokens that they have been sold, and also the tokens that people have intention to sell. And so it drops down to 95. But even so, it's a huge profit for those who could sell their tokens right now, because we started to sell them at 5 cents of dollar. And so these tokens, I want you to understand the burn program and the valuation of the token. More tokens buyback from the company will be burned. Those tokens will help increase the value of the token. Okay, let's keep going. Now, let's go back to the BHF, to the Rapid BHF. So the Rapid BHF started in January, is pre-sale at $1 each token. And this pre-sale will go maximum until January 2022 or at the end of stock. So imagine we have right now 10 million tokens. Imagine that we sell them all in 6 months. That won't go until January 22. It will go until June, for example. And so in that moment, at the end of stock or January 22, we're going to do the token emission. And 3 months later, we're going with the token on the DeFi market. And from there, anything can happen. Now, what will happen between today and before we go on the market? That's what we're going to present to you now. So you can generate income, but how to generate income with optimizing your options according to your preferences? We have 3 options for you. First one, staking strategy bonuses. Second, the holding strategy bonuses. The third, the team building strategy bonuses. Let's talk about each one of them. The first one is the Rapid BHF staking strategy, where your tokens increase as the project grows. How it works. So the minimum amount that you can invest is 120 Rapid BHF, being Rapid BHF what, $1 each. That means $120 minimum investment. And this for a full year will give you 0.1% a day. That means 3% a month and 36% annual. Okay, and nothing else is required. So if you want to invest or if you want to buy WBHF, what will happen is this. For a full year, for 365 days, you're going to earn 0.1% a day. 3% a month, 36% in one full year. But then these same tokens will go on DeFi market, and in there anything can happen. The token can increase value like crazy. Okay, but even if it doesn't, or if it does, even if everything failed, this reminding that behind the WBHF there's a normal token BHF. So you have with this one exactly the same properties and guarantees and co-ownership of the mines and co-ownership rights, 5 shares of the company, everything is the same. And so these same tokens will go, sorry, at the buyback plan at $30 anyway. Meanwhile, you are for a full year, you are earning daily, monthly, annually, and then on DeFi market also. Okay, so there is a lot of ways to earn money with the staking strategy of the Rapid BHF. Meaning, I just want to say that the minimum is $120, and you can buy multiples of $120, or you can put a certain amount. Imagine that you can invest everything you have, and that is $432. You can buy exactly $422. Okay, so before it was multiples of $120. Now, up to, as long as it's higher than 120 or higher 120, you can buy any amount of Rapid BHF. Okay, now we have more packs that give you different earnings. Okay, so the strategy number 2 is the staking and holding. Engage your staking and long-term strategy by increasing your assets. Okay, so you can buy, for example, $1,200 of Rapid BHF. That will give you 0.15% a day, monthly 4.5%, annually in one full year 55%. But for this, you have to do staking, and staking, it's a voluntary block of your own tokens, but you have to add something else more. And that is, one thing is the Rapid BHF, and another thing, it's the BHF himself. So if you mix them all together, there is the staking with the BHF and the holding with the TS. TS are normal BHFs. So if you mix them together, you can have this. Now, if you invest in a pack of 3,600, you will get 0.2% daily, monthly 6%, annually 72%, and you need 40 TS token samples. If you buy the package of 6,000 Rapid, that means $6,000, you will get 0.25% a day. That is 7.5% a month, 90%, and you need to add for the holding 100 TS. The highest pack is 12,000 Rapid, that means $12,000. You will get with this 0.3% daily, monthly 9%, and annually 108%. So that means only this one, it means that you can have your ROI back plus 8%, and that's the minimum. All right, because with all of this, and including with the previous one, the 120 or multiples or whatever, you can do the compound strategy. So if you would like, for example, let's take a clear example. If you buy a pack of 12,000, you're going to have this the daily, this percentage daily, monthly, and annual. But if you put on compound, by the end of 1 year, a full year, since the day you start, because you buy the package today and these percentages are paid tomorrow. So it starts right away on the next day. So for a 12,000 pack, for example, you're going to have not 108% in 1 year. You're going to have pretty much more. That means almost 4 times more. I think it's over 4 times more. So it's about 400%. So if you want to collect your earnings monthly, for example, the 12,000 pack will give you $1,080 a month that you can convert them immediately to BTC, to Bitcoin. So you can have a monthly salary, let's call it that way, of $1,080, and you can have liquidity, immediate liquidity. But if you want, you can compound, you can click on compound interest. And so for a full year, you will earn every day but you don't collect, you don't withdraw, you just leave them there. You keep adding those profits inside, and by the end of one year, this 12,000 that gives you 108% will give you, I think it's around 400% your return of investment. All right, your investment. So it's crazy. All right, so it's a huge opportunity, and you don't need to referral anybody. You don't need to do anything. If you want to just to buy the product and have these benefits, you just go and do it. All right. You don't depend on anything else. All right. It's absolutely automatic. You want to invest in this product, you want to buy these tokens, you buy these tokens, you have this percentages daily, monthly, whatever. You can withdraw if you want to. If you don't want to, you can compound. It's by your option, but you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to request, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to pay fees, you don't have to do absolutely nothing. Okay, so it's up to you to do whatever you want. Now, let's go to the third strategy. That is, if you want to have a real business with this, if you want to have um, if you have a team, for example, and people will start to buy this product, what can you earn? So that is the WBHF staking team building. All right. So this is very easy. This is a residual income. And this bonus, it pays 100% residual percentage over your team staking up to 10 levels. What this means? It means, for example, you don't buy, you don't have it yourself, BHF. You should, but you don't have. All right. And you talk to a friend of yours, and your friends buys a package of Rapid BHF. Okay. And it's going to earn daily the percentage according to his investment, right? And you personally, what you will earn, you're going to earn every day also. How? By getting 20% of every time he collects, every time he earns from the investment he made, you're going to get 20%. Giving you a clear example. For example, let's suppose that he does a 12,000 pack. That I always have the highest number because for me is the best option. So you know that he's going to have $1,080 a month salary. Let's call it that way, right? His earnings for a month will be 1,080. You're going to get 20% of that. Okay? So it's $216 a month. And you didn't buy any product. You didn't buy yourself BHFs. But because your friend did, everything that he earns, you're going to earn 20%. Now, let's suppose that this is your friend, and then your friend invites another friend of his. That will be your second level. Okay? And you're going to get 20% from your friend, and his friend, from what he earns every day, you're going to get 10% of that. So it's a huge opportunity for you to, if you have a team or you want to build a team, you're going to earn every single day because from your team, everything they collect, you're going to collect that percentage. All right. The only condition, this is for team builders and team leaders. The only condition in here, there's a condition. There is no condition for you to have it, this product, as long as you are a member of Powermine Evolution. Um, you don't have to have this rapid BHF to earn from it. Okay, that is the first question. But you must be active. That is to pay your monthly Powermine fee. That is one minimum 170s. Uh, so to stay active. So the only condition for you to get this percentage monthly, daily, whatever, is uh, by being active. All right, with a TS pack. Now, We have more bonuses. So every time someone in your team buys TS, you're going to have a 10% commission direct bonus. Also, indirect bonus by your second level, third, fourth, and fifth, and also a 10% binary. All right, but not over the rapid BHF, but over this compensation plan is for the TS. That means token samples. That is packs with the normal BHF, not rapid BHF. Okay, we have also matching bonus on the binary earnings and also a career bonuses and travel incentives. Okay, so I already took too long with this presentation. It's supposed to be shorter, but anyway, I like always to clarify and help for people to understand better. But if you need further more information, you can go to www.powermine.net or talk to the person who invites you to come to this presentation or who invites you this video recording, and you can understand better. All right. Don't miss the opportunity to invest in WBHFs, because as you could see, there is a huge valuation to be done on the BHF, up to $30 per token. Meanwhile, for a full year, you can earn the percentage that I presented to you every single day for 12 months. Okay. So stay good, stay blessed. We'll be back next Wednesday for another business presentation. All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye.